And we should be live, ready to go. Welcome everybody to another Phoenix Wright live stream. Let's make sure the audio works for me. We got audio. So no need for a fresh restart this time around. Thank God for that. Yeah, had me scared my headphones died when that music suddenly went off. Yeah, I paused it not realizing that even... Because I thought my laptop was muted, so I thought the fact that my laptop was muted, you guys weren't hearing it, so I just paused it. Then I realized looking over that you could hear it, and I was like, cut it off early. But, last time we were here, we had to join the Star Order. We fought back against one porn star named Angel Star. And now we're in recess until we gotta go back to the trial. February 23rd. We all joined the Star Order. I have yet to make that emote. I need to do that. That is one thing I gotta do tomorrow. Since I've already got Sanford Ray for commentary, I gotta do that tomorrow, as well as some other things. But I gotta get that done tomorrow. Have that ready for tomorrow's stream, which I still don't know what we're doing. I'm contemplating doing maybe Fire Pro tomorrow since we didn't do it yesterday. So I took that day off. Or we do kind of a watch-along thing that I brought up in Monday's stream. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Numero Dos.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Did she just say trials with Phoenix is like drowning? I didn't really expect him to agree, but you know, pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called up to the judge's chambers.
Emma, do we know what she's doing in the judge's chambers? I mean, I think the judge is a good guy. He seems like a great guy, but he is writing that fanfic, and it worries me just a little bit. Just saying. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Definitely some piece of cloth, but I don't think it's the one you're thinking of. Oh my god, he's back. Fucking McCree's back. Hey, let's see if I can get into my McCree stance here. Hola, partner. It's high noon. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall?
Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Shut up, Marshall.
Officer Marshall?
TEW sometimes. Everyone does. Everyone hates TEW sometimes.
The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Are you telling me that Marshall here eyeballs her neck many a time? I was booking for Chris Jericho to win the AEW title off of Moxley at All Out, been booking it for a bit, and now suddenly Chris wants to go on tour with Fozzy. I mean, that sounds like Chris Jericho, though. Gotta go on tour with Fozzy, man. Gotta make a new album. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
The award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph, taken at the scene of the crime, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo! Nobody puts steak sauce on ribs. You put barbecue sauce, damn it. This man don't know how to eat his ribs correctly. I'd like to resume. I know people who eat ribs with A1. Who eats ribs with A1? That I can't. Okay. Nor I'm down with A1. I'm fine if people want to use A1. Why on ribs? Why on ribs? That should be barbecue sauce material right there. Really good barbecue sauce for your ribs. Maybe an A1 base. Oh no, man, I prefer barbecue. See, Jaren, that's why you're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. What is up? Like, what's wrong with Edgeworth? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? They say it's good, so it kind of makes me want to try it. I mean, it's not gonna be as good as barbecue sauce, cause barbecue. Oh man, you get good barbecue sauce on your ribs. Oh. God, making me hungry. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, and you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow. Those grinding teeth. Those watery eyes. These descriptions are perfect for my fanfic. They're absolutely amazing. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You doubt. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Uh-oh. Excuse me? Knock, knock. No. Who's there? Who the fuck is you? And what is with this, like, game show music? Bruh. What's with this guy? Oh, he's totally gonna be a game show announcer, because, I mean, the game gave him, like, game show music. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
I get, like, old school Final Fantasy vibes. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But, like, right at the beginning, like, when it first popped on, it sounded like game show music. I just thought that was hilarious. Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you. What voice do you get? I almost wanted to try and do like the, if you've ever watched Hellsing, the guy that tries to kill Alucard, 3, I think it is. It's either like 2 or 3. The priest that tries to kill Alucard, and he's like, I think he's Scottish. No, he's Irish. That's what he is, because he makes a leprechaun joke in the abridged series. But I can't do that. I'm not good at that. Let's go. Fucking Professor Oak is gonna be your voice. Oh! Sorry, I'm late. How the fuck am I supposed to pronounce that? Apparently, if you type that in to anything, hey, Kaz, welcome to the stream, my man. I got caught in whatever the name of the judge is here. I don't know how you pronounce that. So you believe? So you agree? Do you agree? Oak is absolutely banging Ash's mom? Yes, totally, 110% of the time, it's happening. And, I'm just gonna try my damn to say that name and not sound like it's 40,000,000% wrong. He's Gary's uncle now. Yep. Sorry, I'm late. Yudgi? Yeah. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh? How you been? Swim much these days? Welcome to the strange world with animals that we call Pokemon. Are you a boy or a girl? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy? Busy smizzy. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes. indeed. I gotta get back to that fanfic. Fire, water, or grass type? Do you pick Charmander, the fire type Pokemon?
Yuji seems...
Yeah, Yuji? Yudge? Yuji. Thinking it's G.
Seems to be the nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Ah! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. This here is your rival. He's my grandson.
I'm just waiting for him to point to Edgeworth and just say, this here's your rival. He's my grandson. You've been rivals ever since you were children. Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all the trouble, eh?
He's gonna say it. He's gonna totally say it. I know it.
You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly!
Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Shit. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Oh, damn.
Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
Damon Gant. That's a good name. That's been one of the few names, next to maybe Edgeworth, that I've legitimately been like, that's a really just awesome name. Damon Gant. I want him booked in the main event scene right away. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. He hasn't caught a single Pokemon.
That's a jobber name if I ever heard one. Why you gotta not push him? Come on.
I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
This man's got evidence. Hey, that's...
my sister's muffler!
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Uh-oh.
But to think that it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less.
What the fuck's that?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
What's that? What's this right here? What is that thing?
It's what we call a switchblade knife. Otherwise known as a J. White. Quite perplexing, this.
He's gonna hit him with a Blade Runner out of nowhere. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth?
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had...
Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. Also, you must catch all 151 Pokemon. And catalog them in this, the Pokedex.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Man, Professor Oak came in and just threw all the blame on Edgeworth. Come on, Phoenix, you gotta get in there and save your tag team partner. Come on, man. Yeah. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Oak sending 10-year-olds on cross-continental trips. I mean, hey, he didn't tell them they had to leave. He just said they should. Yes. Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I touch my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore or tap the keys on my computer for my fanfic, which is near completion, I tell you. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. And everyone knows that's the most important part of this game.
Come on! Just hurry up and open it!
Shit.
There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92.
What does that mean? Or,
what does that mean?
Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. The whole reason Phoenix exists is because the judge needed material for a sequel. Only reason the second game exists. What about the third game then?
But it's strange.
Huh? What is?
I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow.
Okay. Anything else interesting to look at other than the, Okay, time to summon Jay White. The top of the switchblade is broken off. What the fuck? Well, didn't expect that.
Wah! Don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood? I'd say it's blood, Phoenix. Wrapped in the defendant's muffler. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Oak, but you can call me the Pokemon Professor. Are you a boy or a girl?
That's his whole testimony.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? Well, it was 5:15. Huh, that's late. I've got to get up. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush-hush information. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. I'm not gonna lie, from the back end, like from the back, the police chief looks a lot like Harry Butts if he was older and had white hair. Order in my court.
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered. As you might well assume, we're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? If you don't, I'll give you a second starter.
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places?
The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
Since we're starting cross-examination, better save. Excuse me. Special?
Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Not now why... Now why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See? There's a lot of things that can go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about that knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Rhino.
Oh, wait a minute! I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. Should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So how were things down at the department? I think I know what I have to show. I think I know what I gotta show, if I'm correct. That's awesome. Five, 8, 4, 2, 1, 8, 9. Okay. And then with the knife, it was, check it, 092. I could be way off track here, but I think I know what they want me to show. Nope, I was way off track. Okay. I was way off track there. I felt like that's what they wanted me to show. Something happened at the police department too? Huh.
You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry.
So, something did happen, and why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand you were busy with. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all.
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department.
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it?
I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto.
Suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and only one thing.
Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim died. What do you guys think? What should we ask? Right now, I'm favoring how the victim was killed. I don't think we need to know the time. Because I think the time was 5:15. I think he said that earlier. I think really the only thing that makes sense would be where he was, or how he was killed. That's the only thing we really weren't told. We know he was killed at the police department. And at 5:15. So how makes the most sense. We kind of know the where and the when. We don't know the why, though. Can you tell us why? Can you just, just solve this for us, plain and simple? Well, How was the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing. With a knife.
A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Five? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What?
Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time.
I will say I already see a similarity between the prosecutor's office and the police department. Do you know what it is? No, legitimately. Do you know what it is? Go ahead and say it in chat. I remember something. There's a certain something that they both share. I don't know if that's going to have anything to do with the fact that two people were murdered, but they do share something in common.
What are the chances?
Coincidence? I think not.
This is my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Just in case it ends in a game over, possibly. How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand?
Try to understand, Righto.
Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together.
Whatever it is, better find it. Get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! What was it doing there?
I'd better check this knife out. L92. I definitely think it's like a case thing, but It's upside down. I got it. I figured it out. I big brained it. The memo's upside down. It says SL9. I thought it was 67S. I big brained it. Big brain. Full on big brain. Hell yeah. Good thing I'm big braining now because I'm gonna need it Monday, I'm sure. Wait a second. Ah, at last an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest to goodness, what do you mean? This is great. I feel like I'm in the middle of a video game. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s. 12 divided by 2? I don't understand mathematics very well. Your Honor, it's upside down. Big brain. Big brain. Big brain. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? Oh. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the nice tag. Order. Order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Interesting. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
I did think there isn't a connection there.
So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
The evidence room? Well, wait a sec. I've heard of that.
The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy? Wait, happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now, we can get Gant to testify about the details. Wait. I thought I'd have to show the evidence. Well, shit. My big brain just went flat down again. No more big brain. Let me just save real quick since I did figure some shit out. There we go, that's what I want to be on. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. Oh, Lord. Whew. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Still, no one's gonna talk about the one thing that like the police station, the prosecution's office have in common. Is nobody gonna talk about that they both joined the Star Order? Nobody gonna bring that up? Nobody? Just saying. It's the one thing we right now know they have in common.
You two make a good pair. You could become tag team champions one day. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there.
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See? That's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all.
Can we get the information? Unofficially? Your dog's terrified because of fireworks going on. Oh, that's sad. Just comfort him. Make sure I won't gender it. Make sure it's feeling okay, Jaren.
Sure. Why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
Who would have guessed?
She won't leave the bathroom?
Aw, that's sad.
Gotta get her out of there. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff.
You have to do everything properly. Oh well. Guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Let's start with the victim's gender. I want you to put a gender to the victim in 2020. Okay. How about the gender of the victim? You want to know that? Okay. A hint. Let's see. First hint. The gender, that's not female. Aha! He was a guy! What did I tell you? The boy's shop. It's her safe space, weirdly enough. If they get too loud, she'll jump into the bathtub. Hey, she's smart. Bathtub, one of the safest places to be. Can stop bullets. That is not a joke either. That's legitimately something I was taught younger. Did you just assume their gender? I mean, technically he did. Stop goop. It's not that late. I shouldn't be messing up these words. Stop goofing around, Mr. Wright. This is serious business. Sorry, Your Honor. Hey, tell that to the chief of police. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! What was it doing there?
Oh. We gotta get more information. The victim's division. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in?
Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Aha! Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases.
Isn't that Goodman's division? Isn't that Goodman's division? Homicide. That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe. No! Don't you dare tell me the Gumshoe is dead! Yeah, I was right. I thought he was in homicide.
Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too.
It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives.
Except the serial killer happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking.
Well, sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. He better not be if they kill Gumshoe. Oh, if they kill Gumshoe. Ooh, if they kill Gumshoe. They about to catch these hands if they kill Gumshoe. Come on. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Let's figure out the ID number. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is...
It's fucking Goodman's number. That's Goodman. Goodman died in 2 places at once. What the hell? What the hell?
The number is 584-2189.
Well, That's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
H2... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. 5842189. Well, it tells me everything. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think... Meaning... it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Bro, Judge, you can't be saying that stuff in the courtroom. Whoa. 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 No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Well, wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh! Sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. This voice very well fits Gant. I like it. But wait. Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room, at the exact same time. That's impossible. So, what you're saying is the same person was killed at the same time. and in a completely different location? Order! Order! Order in my court. Chief, what is... No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. I need to get all no need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh, he shunned that guy away! Oh, Edgeworth, you fucked yourself, man. You literally fucked yourself. Oh, man. Poor Edgeworth. Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright! Where have we heard that name before? Wait. Aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. At the time, they didn't think it did. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
Whoa, game! Did you just... Did you... That did not age well. That certainly did not age well. I got nothing against Officer Meekins. This one goes out to Officer Meekins right here. Right here. Let's welcome anybody who's just joined the stream. Hopefully you have a good time in here. Aged like fine wine. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. Ooh, I've got puns. Okay, I gotta give it to Gant for that. I gotta give it to Gant for that one. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2 unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court.
He's got you there, Edgeworth. This is on you for not listening to Officer Meekins, who was just trying to do his damn job. He's got kids, I bet.
The connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy.
Man, this is just like in Pokemon, how you're loved by Professor Oak so much more than his grandson. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Miss Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Would be funny if the game errors here. No, it wouldn't. I would not like that. And just because you said that, Jaren, I'm saving right now. Just because you said that. Very well. Court is adjourned. Whew! To be continued. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Last guy got cut. So. Budget cuts, man.
Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Phoenix has a budget? Yes, Phoenix has a budget. Sure. The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this? And the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
Alright, let's do this!
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh? She just read my mind. She's fucking Charles Xavier.
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show.
February 23rd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
Oh, there's the leader of the Star Order again.
My sister, erasing evidence of the crime scene? Never!
Would she technically be the exalted one? If she's the leader of the Star Order? Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all! It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. No, Monokuma is always the exalted one. We'll see him, hopefully we'll see him plenty Monday. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Bum bum bum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. I just imagine she pulls it out and that plays. Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know? You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it?
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh shit, she's smarter than we thought. She's got she's utilizing UV glasses.
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the X button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains.
Well, first things first, we go here. Can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. Drinking, huh? Yeah, not like underage people don't drink. I mean, I didn't. But that's because I just don't. So, everyone else does. So, this is a blood stain?
It's so...
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay. Well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this? Scientifically. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? First time seeing real blood. Press X to doubt. Oh, Lord. God, I love LA Noire. We're going to have to play that at some point, but I'm going to need a censorship bar when we play that game. That's for damn sure. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? Oh no, I have played a lot of LA Noire. I don't think I ever finished it, because I think for some reason the pack I bought didn't have the last DLC, which I don't remember if it did or not. Maybe it did and I just never downloaded it. I don't remember. But no, you need a censor bar for that game. Especially during Homicide.
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have to have more blood than this. Except for the titties. I don't think that thing counts for corpses. I don't think that counts for corpses.
Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay?
Alright.
See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Hey! Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud looking Emma Sky. Oh, I like that.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
And let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Unless you're Jeffrey Dahmer, dude. Oof. Whew. I mean, nothing was off limits for Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, she's back! Hashtag join the Star Order. Corny ass lines? Yep, definitely 2001. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box.
Miss Star?
You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. That looks delicious. That looks I want that bento. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault.
Oh, we know.
I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Uh-oh. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Or, I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Which photograph are we talking about? Are we talking about this photograph? Because look at this photograph! Yeah! Can I spray it on her? Well, shit. You can never be too careful. Ow. This blood must be from when Lana...
No! My sister isn't the murderer!
But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? Her right hand is bandaged.
Hey! Just whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Okay, well, that's great to know.
So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes, it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. Hashtag join the Star Order. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the Cough-Up Queen.
Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go? Or fired? It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. What is with these incidents and being something L9? Why? Why they all something L9? And what is this case? We have another Edgeworth situation, this time with Angel Star. She got the Vince McMahon treatment. You're fired. SL9? Wait. She doesn't mean...
What do you think about this?
The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
That knife was evidence from the case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Yep. It's the same dialogue, so that didn't change. Okay. Yep, that didn't change either. Ah. I'd like to know more about the SL9 incident. Can I present her with this? Oh god. Oh no, but thanks. Shouldn't even look at it.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this.
We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing.
I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite!
Anything I'm smelling here is wasted time. Well, that's weird.
To where we found that note. 221 SL, the SL9 incident. Case was due for transferal the day of the murder.
The detective in charge of the case was the victim.
Wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was.
It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number.
That's about as red as a sports car can get.
Yep, it's pretty red, alright. Body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk. The lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car?
So, what model car is it?
I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that.
Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things.
Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license. Nah, Phoenix, you don't need to. Trust me. I'm with you there, man.
This rope, is it?
Yep. He laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. UFC 3, no, you can't use Baltimore's hometown. Me, but I can choose Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Sure, UFC. Sure. Same here with the driver's license, Jaren. Yeah, I've just never really cared about learning to drive, really. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blaring.
Suppose it makes sense a detective did get killed here after all. I don't have a desire to drive, but everyone's trying to force me. Yeah, dude, it happens. Trust me, it's gonna happen for a long time. Gonna happen for a long time. I still got people saying, you need to learn to drive. I'm just like, the buses are a thing. I've got legs.
According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
She's like a kid in an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
February 23rd, evidence room entrance, guard station. What's with the decor in this place? Very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime?
Sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
Don't touch it. They hurt like hell. I touched a cactus once. Those things, they get stuck in there. You need tweezers to pull them out. Ugh. Can't handle the cacti? Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yipes! These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
How so? Impact fired Tessa Blanchard? What? No. No. What? I'm not seeing anything about her being fired. She's only 24? God, I didn't realize she was that young. I knew she was young, but I didn't know she was that young. Dear Lord, I feel old now. Huh. I don't see anything about her being fired. Just saw it from Wrestle Talk. It's been on Twitter. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it? I just gotta see this. Alright, here we go. What? No. That's massive. Ooh. Wow. Wow. That's insanity. Huh. I can't believe that. That's insane. I want to know why they did it, because it's not like anything got brought up about her other than what had already been out, and they did nothing about it. Wow. Okay. Well, now that we've been shocked at the news of Tessa Blanchard being fired, let's get back to this.
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging there.
It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A Pinchy. I know, a Poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a pawn show, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here.
Bet we could. That'd be a great thing to do.
Look on the floor. A lasso.
It's like it's set up to trap something. The dude has set a trap. Yes.
A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in there. But the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. And I think there's only one man who could get to really give us that situation. Where's our boy? Where's the detective above all detectives? February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
It makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead.
Doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Where's Gumshoe? Here's the files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Where is Gumshoe? Let's go to the detention center. Can we talk to Alana at all? 6 feet under? Don't you, Jared, don't you make that joke. We can't lose our boy. We can't lose our guy Gumshoe. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her.
I think we found where Gumshoe is.
How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Grant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
Eh. Where the hell do we go? You're not gonna tell us anything more, it seems. For some reason. Let's go talk to Edgeworth. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing. Guess we'll have to come back. Come on. I had one of those up until 2 years ago.
Back when you were the cough-up queen, right?
We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. Wish I could be so sure. can't think of much more to present her. It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know, it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Sky really trying to say, I wonder? Tell us about SL9! Yeah, bitch. Okay, she won't tell us anything about that. Good to know. There must be another place. There must be another place with blood stain that I haven't found. Oh. I don't think that's gonna help. Yep. Okay then. Back moving around we go. Oh, hey. Well, where should we begin?
Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know? That thing.
Mystery of the victim, I guess? How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously?
Oh, well, you see...
We should go to the police department. The evidence room was it.
I'm not being very useful here, am I?
No, no. You're being very helpful.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report.
Ah, about the killing at the police department, right? Chief of Police was right about that. But I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Maybe that's what I had to do. This thing's still creepy. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Look at it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday.
Can I take out his batteries? Just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty.
I'm gonna name you Fred, because you're up to something naughty. Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was.
They make a good pair. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Oh yeah, I already went through that. Yeah. Fuck did we go? That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. Detective killed in the evidence room. No one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know. The killer used dry ice. You put it between the latch and the door, and the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. Dude's writing a fanfic. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Ain't that convenient? Had to have missed something. Really? There's nothing else? You're kidding me. Yep, nothing. Okay. Okay, game. You wanna say there's nothing there? Okay. Huh. Yep, nothing new there.
So that's where Miss Star saw the incident from.
You can probably see quite a lot from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard anyway?
Well, this is just something I heard. Apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star.
That woman is a force to be reckoned with. Nothing. Come on, Miss Star, give me something to work with. Oh.
So this is the famous divider.
Sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness.
The Great Divider. Chip off the old parking block.
It's just a wall. Scientifically speaking. This is the famous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Yeah!
That's okay. Don't cry. Alana Sky must be one strong woman. He blocks through there. That's where visitors park.
So, Miss Star climbed over this fence?
It seems so. Yeah. The fence is 9 feet high at least.
Well, no time like the present. Think I'll give it a little try. Yeet!
It's okay. Don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team. There's gotta be something. What am I missing? Whoops. There. I don't think there'll be much new to look at. Back from the dead, Wendy. Same thing we've seen before. There's nothing new.
Edward had such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
But he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. He takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
But in the morning, he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool!
Sofa hair is cool? Yep, nothing new here. Body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime,
Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect!
I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even if I get flustered sometimes, so you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed toward the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murderer. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words,
5 minutes after the crime.
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl, I had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Yay, we got something at least. That's what I needed to do. God. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable? To who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. Oh. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence.
So, they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite clearly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of assault, made up evidence.
Well, what? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those.
Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither will I. You haven't forgotten SL9. There was another side to that case, a horrible, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait, those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
So, rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. That looks delicious. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Ah.
Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he, are you his? Are you going out?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold.
Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Yay! Move along, move along. Yes, indeed we will. February 23rd. Police Department. Place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please!
Huh? Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, issues. Fucking shits. Never catch the lunch lady at the right time. And then when I do, she's all out of steak lunches. I'm last to get here. It always fucking sucks. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Aw, poor sad Gumshoe. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Gotta move the mic a bit. There we go. Criminal? You mean you heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need a steak lunch. Pronto! Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait! Don't leave!
You want to know more? Head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Bet I know who it is.
He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. February 23rd. Detention Center Visitors Room.
Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah. I guess they did. Let's not go too far down the road right now. Things will just get confusing. The owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on.
What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Not Officer Meekins! He was set up. Officer Meekins would never kill a man. Hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, sir. How should I say this? Wait. He isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't. Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir!
What?
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir! I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room.
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Facial expressions are great. What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Wait, what? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Okay. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared.
That's some story.
I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You had to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir. Then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive, and well at that. Ah, sir, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger, or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
I like that. Why'd you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Really? Oh, wait a minute. I know what we can do. I don't know why I didn't think about this while we were there. Officer Meekins, this is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay. Just wanted you to take a look at...
That's it, sir! Last night, sir! That's the one! I was an apple, sir! In my dream, sir! And I was being peeled! On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot.
Do you think you can take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir.
Someone take that away from him. Yes, please. Please take the megaphone away from him. You mean you remember what happened?
Correct! That card was the cause of it all! This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing!
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought
he looked suspicious. Meekin's voice. Whew. I don't know why, but it does a doozy on the throat. I warn you, if you're gonna watch the Sanford video tomorrow on my main channel, you're gonna hear the after effects of it.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Goddamn. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. Well, what happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if his body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? You still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape!
Oh, Lord. Meekins is gonna be the death of me.
And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No, thanks. I have my own. Well, Guess we better go check out the crime scene. Oh, thank God I'm done with him. Oh, he made me so lightheaded.
Hey, Mr. Wright! Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk!
It's Police Chief Grant. And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sure, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Ah ha ha! Righto, my boy, how you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Grant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Hey! Is Edgeworth going to be okay?
Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto?
Hi, Von Karma. Long time no see. Von Karma.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong.
He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean.
They're being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the Chief of Detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops.
I wonder what it was that you wanted the Chief of Detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
Oh, sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did Chief Police want you to do?
Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Okay. Should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Oh. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto! Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Hey, Grant, I could use a couple thousand to pay off some school loans. You mind, bruh? You mind? Please? That'd be great. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show, you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. This game's running me thin on voices. Woo!
Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
Think this place is a bad influence on the girl? Nope. The evidence room is beyond that door.
And we have the ID card to Chief Grant, from Chief Grant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off.
See? Or, aha, card reader is turned off. See?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? It's high noon. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him? Look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies, the crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres.
I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina. I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wild prairie. Or like a drifter with a guitar who suddenly starts to get a push and then gets hit by someone driving Jeff Hardy's car. Yeah. Like a gunslinger loading his 6-shooter. say a little prayer. Somebody's hungry.
What was that all about, Mr. Wright?
I think he was just too hungry to talk.
You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either.
Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. That smell. Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
Well, what's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask him anything. Finally, it seems like
he's willing to talk.
Quick save before we go any further.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. Kept getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. Said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, might not look like it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know.
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy.
Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. Yeah, that's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SO9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. It's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. Evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe two of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Yeah. The easiest one to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens. The tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman are there on one of those tapes.
Reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record.
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. Kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, you see. So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. It's what we call transferal. Do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed. Forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago.
See? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
Who's 4989596? Because they showed up twice. What about that person with the jackpot, though, at 420? There was a jackpot at 420. Yes! There's a jackpot at 420.
Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match.
It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. Best time for a jackpot. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
Oh, wait. What did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you the ID card. That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Jackpot at 420. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. And the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither Wild nor West here.
Aha, but that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so. I'm lost.
Like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Alright. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. Investigation must be over. Must be over here.
So this is the evidence room. Really is kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass, trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Fucking gumshoe? She just slapped the shit out of Gumshoe.
Sorry. I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true, what I heard? Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, goddamn, we getting $50 today, boys. We gonna be able to play some poker tonight, boys.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you want to have this. Ooh, the floor plans of the evidence room. Yay. Okay. Since we've gotten to the evidence room, I'm going to stop the stream here. I know I'm stopping early. But I don't know right now what we're going to do Friday. And that's the big question mark right now for me. And that could be a long stream for all I know. Who knows what we're going to be doing. Right now, I'm fully split between doing possibly... Oh, where'd that go? Go back up. I'm trying to fix my setup here. There we go. I'm right now... I'm tempted to do either Fire Pro, since I didn't do my stream Wednesday, we could do Fire Pro, or we do some kind of watch along on Netflix or Pluto TV, because I've got that, so that's a possibility. Something like that, and we do what I'm going to call Cyber Dark Wolf Critiques, where we watch a show or movie and I critique it. So, if you have an intrigue, let me know right now in the chat. If not, I'll think of something, and yeah, I'll definitely post on Twitter what we're going to be doing. If it's a watch along, well, you got to critique, because it's what I do when I watch movies. Unless it's something I really get into, which it could be something, you never know. If it's something I get really into, I won't critique it much. But if it's something that I'm just not into, I'm going to sit there and critique the hell out of it. Depending on, we might not critique it. Watch the Netflix Godzilla anime and critique it. I didn't even know they had a Godzilla anime on Netflix. Did not even know that was a thing. Let me, make sure everything's taken care of here. Got to, there's three of the animated movies. I do have the old Godzilla, like the old Godzilla movies, the terrible, like really old ones, which are great on VHS. They are fun as hell to watch. They're so stupidly fun. But with that, we'll figure out what we're doing. I don't know exactly what we're doing yet, but we'll figure it out. If you've got any suggestions, of course you can let me know on Twitter. Easiest way to get a hold of me, in my opinion. And with that, let me hit some jams here. I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream, whether it be Fire Pro, a watch along, a something. I don't know. Who knows what we're doing? Big surprise for everybody at this point. And then Monday, it all starts again on Monday. Everyone's going to want to be here Monday. It's going to be... That's the big one. That one might even be an early stream. Who knows? We might go 4 hours Monday. But either way, we'll see you guys later.